Oh hey, it's Emily and I'm here with another tag video. I'm filming a series of tag videos. I'm not sure which order I'll post them in, but I'm filming a series of tag videos and this one seemed appropriate for this time of year, and I really like doing tags that are relevant to specific times of the year. Like I love the mid-year book freakout tag. I also really love the end of year book tag, and I just felt like doing it today. So without further ado, let's just jump into the questions. And the first one, they're on my phone here. The first one is, are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? And I don't think so. It's very rare that I set a book down without finishing it and I haven't decided to DNF or not finish that book and get it off my to be read pile. I generally either finish it or I decide that that book isn't for me and donate it. And I'm pretty good about that. And I honestly can't think of one this year that I have started but not finished that I need to. There are some from previous years. There are some nonfiction books mostly that I have started and do intend to continue that are kind of my higher priority nonfiction books to read. But I've started those before this year. So there are some from previous years that are mostly non-fictions that I still really do want to get to. But next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition you into the end of the year? And this is mostly my entire October, what I read in October. I'm filming this in early November. So a lot of October was dedicated to transitioning into atmospheric fall books. So there are definitely quite a few. I'll be filming an October wrap-up soon, so hopefully that'll be going out before too long. But those are mostly the ones that I feel are transitioning me into the rest of the year. So I really love reading just spooky atmospheric reads. I also really love reading like forest. Like if a forest is a big part of a book, I really love reading that in November because it's still fall and still atmospheric but maybe less spooky, and I might not be as tempted to read it in October, but I might save that for November. But mostly so that's kind of the vibe that I like to go for in November, or especially later in November, starting the holiday romance reads that I like to have around the holidays. But yeah, I've mostly already started the transition. The next question is there a new release that you're still waiting for? There are a few. Is it A Nobleman's Guide to Shipwrecks and Scandals, or Scandals and Shipwrecks? I'll put the image here. This is the next book from Mackenzie Lee. I'm definitely excited about that. I'm also excited for Chloe Gong's follow-up to These Violent Delights, which I believe is Our Violent Ends, I think is what it's called. And I've ordered the Fairy Loot edition of that one, so I will actually be receiving it just in a little bit, hopefully by the end of the year or early next year. So definitely excited about that. There's also, I believe, a graphic novelization of Graceling by Kristen Kishore, and so I'm very excited to see what that might look like in graphic novel form. So if that is still coming out and the release date hasn't been pushed back, I am still definitely very excited to read that. I think those are the main ones that I'm excited for that have yet to come out as of when I'm filming this. And the next question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Mostly I need to catch up on my Fairy Loots is really my project for for the rest of the year. There are quite a few that I need to catch up on. I think there are 6, maybe 7 Fairy Loot books that I still need to catch up on. Granted, there were 2 months where they sent us, like recently, 2 months recently, where they sent 2 books in their box, which is amazing. But I have quite a few to catch up on. So I need to catch up on 6 Crimson Cranes, These Hollow Vows, Witches Steeped in Gold. I need to read Beasts of Prey, and there are some others. Anyway, so yeah. The next question is there a book that could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I mean, obviously I hope to enjoy every book I read. There's nothing that I plan for the rest of the year that I really, again, a lot of them are failures, which I do tend to really enjoy. Very few of them make it to my favorite books of the year, though. But, hopefully I still really enjoy them. And the last question is, have you started making plans, reading plans for 2022? And yes, I am a huge planner. Again, bullet journaler. I love journaling and planning, and I definitely have thought about my reading plans for next year and potentially what series I would like to prioritize, and trying to make sure that I can get my physical TBR down as much as possible. So that'll come more when I start to film end of year / beginning of year content later. So more on that, but yes, I definitely have started to plan for next year. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe for more bookish content. I will leave my Twitter and Instagram link down below. That's where I like to hang out, and I will also be sure to link more information about how you can support the Black Lives Matter movement, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.